here. Once we get enough, we can start the regular discussion that we usually do. I figured I'd come on at this time. Let's see, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon here, so we could get some different followers in different countries. So I'll give you guys a chance to talk. Hopefully we get some people on here. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we get anybody on here today. Now, usually we come on at 9 a.m. in the morning, and the afternoon's a little bit different. Who we got on here? We got somebody on here right now. Let's see who this is. Hopefully we get some more on here soon. Just wait a little bit longer. See how many people we get on here today. Hopefully we get some people from Europe today and from other places, maybe Australia or whatever. I'm not sure what time it is in Australia. I know we didn't put this out there about this one. So who do we got on here? We got somebody on here. West Coast, there we go. Let's see. There we go. Now we're starting to get people on here. Hey, what's up from Marysville, Washington? There we go. Washington State. We got West Coast on here. Wow. 1 a.m. in the West Coast, huh? So it must be the same time in Marysville, Washington. You guys are up late tonight, huh? Yeah, we're switching it up here today, guys, a little bit. See if we can get some more people on here in the afternoon. I know usually most of the people that we get come on at 9 a.m. in the morning. It's better for the guys on the East Coast and stuff, but we're switching it up for the Europe viewers or whoever wants to come on here. Just found this channel, did you? How do you like it so far, Fives? Have you watched a lot of my videos or just a few? Let's see, we're up to 6 so far. Let's see how this is like a rough time, but see if we can get some more people in here. Michael says, hey, Steve. Just a few. Okay. Yeah, we mix it up on here a lot. So you're going to see a lot of different subjects on here, mostly about the Philippines, but we do mix it up. We talk a lot of subjects for guys and stuff like that. We're kind of like a man's channel, but we have women on here too. Corbin says, I'm also in Washington, about 120 miles south of Marysville. There we go. Getting a lot of Washington people on here. You guys are up late. Let's see. Let's see who else we got on here. Who else we got on here? We got 6 people on here. Steve, what do you think of the Apple products released last night? Actually, I didn't see them, Michael. What were they? Were they new? Were they talking about like the Apple 13 phone? I don't even know if they're going to call it a 13. You know, what did they release? I'm a big Apple guy. I mean, I'm using Apple right now, so that'll tell you where I'm at with Apple. You know. I have the Apple phone. I'm thinking about getting, if they come out with an Apple 13 phone, I'll get one. And that's what I use to videotape everything, pretty much. They do say Washington is full of oddballs. I actually have a cousin down in Oregon. The Sunday Hour. Good morning, Steve. Michael. iMac thin screen. Yeah. Wow. That'll be interesting. I'll have to look that up. I have an iMac. That's my main computer in the house. I like iMac, you know. Actually, Apple over here is great for me because it's just, I don't know what it is about Apple. I just love Apples. You know, it's just so easy to use, and there's no problems with them. Whenever I had a regular computer, I always had problems. A regular PC. See, I always use my iPhone in the Philippines. iPhone 7, easy to switch the SIM card in and out. Put the phone on my handlebars and ride in the Philippines. Yeah. iMac phone, iPad. Yeah, I got all 3 too. I got the iPhone, the iPad, and the iMac. That is pronounced Oregon. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I like the Apple TV, which is pretty good for me. I love Apple TV. I rent a lot of movies or watch shows on there, things like that. And I also have Netflix here. Apple TV, though, saves me, you know, I have a lot of shows that I like to watch on TV, and I can just go on Apple TV, and I pay a few bucks, but it doesn't matter. Steve, do you bank in the Philippines or just use the ATM? I actually have a bank. Yeah, I use BDO Bank. You know, I'm sorry, I'm banging the table here. I'm in the cabana here. It's kind of tight in here. Yeah, I use the BDO Bank, and I also use my Metro Credit Union back home. I was taking a look here, hoping it's not drama channel. Seems good so far. No, we don't have too much drama on here. We don't have all the girl stuff on here. You know, we don't do all that stuff. We just stay away from all that garbage. It just invites too much drama. So we just cover the info that you need to come over here as an expat and stuff like that. If the other guys want to talk about all the girl stuff, I talk a little bit about girls. I'll tell you right now, you don't need any bachelor courses or anything like that. You know, it's pretty easy over here. I hope they start selling dual SIM iPhone in Philippines. Macau and Hong Kong versions have dual SIM. Yeah, I'd like to get something like that. That'd be pretty cool if we could get something like that over here. You know, Francisco, if you get Magic Jack, you can add Magic app to your phone, and you don't need the other SIM, and you'll have a U.S. phone number right to your phone. So it'll have the regular SIM, and then it'll have the Magic Jack. You might want to look into that. Good to hear you for your live stream. Yeah, Keith, we've been doing this for a while, but we usually do it in the morning, so I switched it up today. I just thought I'd do like a surprise one here. We got 22 people on here. It's okay. Even if we had 10, I'd do it, you know. Good afternoon from South Thailand. Good afternoon, V. Let's see. Arlene, Eugenio, your videos are very informative, not only for expats, but for us Filipinos too. Thanks, Arlene. I appreciate that. Fives, been there 12 times since 2009. Love it. Wish it was my second home. Yeah, I would. You know, we have a lot of guys that are waiting to come in here, man. You know, we have a ton of people. Hey, Steve, checking in from the Middle East. Are you a worker over there, or are you from the Middle East? Far from home. You must be a worker there, I take it, right? Are you Filipino, or are you American, or where are you from? That's interesting. I liked your SRRV video. There are a few articles here in the U.S. saying that was a security issue. Yeah, I just posted that one, man. The SRRV video, is that the one you're talking about? The one I just posted just now? It's if you check those two links, man, that's pretty cool. You know, it's got a little bit of information in there, and it looks like they're finally doing something about it. It looks like they might start investigating those 28,000 people that are in here. There's a lot of Chinese in here, man, and they're all military age. They're like about 35. I'll bet you some of them are younger. I'll bet you probably their birth certificates were fake. So this is going to be interesting to see what happens with that. Contractor. Okay. Far from home. Are you from the States? What's up, brother? Let's see. Brandon Paul. Okay, we're back. We got lost there for a second, guys. Sorry about that. Writing to you from New York City. I've been following you for a while. I love your honesty. Thanks, Brandon. I appreciate that. Question, what's your opinion on when travel will be restored? 1 year or 2 years? I think we'll start seeing some tourist people come in here if you have the shots probably within, like, I don't know, I'm guessing probably 6 months to 9 months. That's what I'm guessing, but nobody really knows. I mean, that's my guess. So just renewed my SRRV ID. Only 1 year allowed for me, but I heard others are still getting. Yeah, I got my 3 years, man, and that was like, I don't know, it wasn't too long ago. So I don't know why they only allowed me 1 year. I think it was like at a date like March 1st, I think. If it was after March 1st, then you fall in that category. I believe, I could be wrong on that, but somebody sent me the information. I can't remember what it said. And I think I was just before that. I caught it just before that. And mine was supposed to be renewed like in April. So if I had waited, I would have been only 1 year, you know, but I was fortunate enough that I got the 3 year thing. So thank God I didn't wait, you know. I always do everything like 2 months before or whatever. So from Guam. Okay, you're from Guam. Okay, where America's Day begins. Yeah, there we go. That's cool. You know. Hey, do they have a full-fledged VA hospital there in Guam? Because I hear it's a clinic, but do they send people over to the military hospital from that clinic, or do you know? Let's see, April 7th. Is that what it was, Francisco? April 7th? Okay. That's interesting. So they must have switched over to on that day then. Is that what you're talking about, Francisco, the SRRV? It seems like. See, I'm not getting a reply. Yeah, if I lose you guys, I'll just come back on. If sometimes our Wi-Fi just cuts out like that. You know, that was the day I renewed. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, that's way past that date then. I think it was either April 1st or March 1st. I think it was March 1st though they switched to that. Okay. Yeah, I was lucky enough. I got that 3 years. I thank God for that, man. $30 for 3 years. That's worth it. The Chinese really screwed up everything for us. Let me tell you, I'm pissed off about that. You know, I'm not too happy about that. I'm currently using an Apple Mini 5. Love it. So I'm with you on that. Apple definitely rules, no issues. Very easy to use. I'm new. Few questions. Where are you from? I'm from Boston, man. I'm from Boston. What's your favorite island there? How long have you been there? I'm jealous. My favorite island, I really don't have a favorite island here, man, because there's a lot of good islands here, you know? You're very clear on my end. That's good. Let's see. Hi from Luxembourg. There we go. Now we're starting to get some people from Europe. That's good. In one of your last videos, you talked about live videos on Europe schedule here. It's 10 a.m. Perfect. Good. That's good. Dennis, thank you. I know not too many people are watching, but we didn't schedule this either. I just want to try it out just to see how many we'd get on here. Even if we get 34 or sometimes we get 129, whatever. You know, whatever we get is fine. I'll still open up and come on here and answer questions for you guys because I know a lot of people want to ask. But you can write to me on email, guys, at Steven5975 if you want to shoot me some private questions or anything. You know, Steven5975 at yahoo.com. I am waiting for Phil Navy to evict the Chinese on the Spratlys. The Viets are not putting up with that crap. Let's see. From Chicago, my wife, who is a Filipina, we want to retire there. When do you think we can come? Probably the end of the year, I'm hoping. Arlen Eugenia, I like that video that you read a letter from one of your subscribers. It was so touching. I hope you can make more of that kind of video. Yeah, Arlen, I got a lot of, I think I got about 8,500 now, I think I'm up to on that video. And that was only a few days ago, and we did really, really good on that. And I was really happy with that because it touched a lot of people. It really did. And that guy was really happy to see that he had a lot of people just like him out there. So it really touched him too, you know. Hey, those Boston Red Sox are looking pretty good this year. I'm a Yankee fan, by the way. LOL. There we go, Brendan. Mr. Hot Toddy. Hello, Steve. Just saying hi. I'm from Ohio. How you doing? Gary, son of Larry. Can trade crypto from anywhere, even in the Philippines? I guess you can. I'm not sure. I mean, you can do it online if you have a Coinbase account or something like that. How's the weather there? The weather here today is kind of hot and muggy because of that offshore thing. We have that typhoon offshore here. You know, we were supposed to get 30 to 40 mile an hour winds here, but we're not seeing any of that. We're lucky if we're seeing even a 10 mile an hour wind here. It's hot. It's like really muggy, sticky and muggy, you know. See, I don't remember the name of the video, but the video was on the reality of knowing when to go back home. That was an awesome video. Yeah, you're talking about when to tap out. Yeah, I actually have another video sitting. I did a little bit after that one, but I thought it was too soon to put it on. I'm going to put that one on probably in the next 2 months or whatever. Yeah, some people need to tap out, man. I got a video that's coming up soon. I don't even know if it's on there yet, or I think it's tomorrow or something like that. It's about nursing homes and caregivers here and the cost of it, of the nursing home and the caregivers here. It's pretty interesting. It just gives you some numbers and stuff like that. I don't remember the name of the video. Let's see. Do you think the Navy will return to Subic? No. I think they're going to... Last I heard, and I haven't heard anything since, was I think the United States and Australia were buying the shipyard up there, and they were going to have their ships fixed up there, and the Philippines was going to put a Navy base there. So I guess the U.S. would probably share the base with the Philippines if they did that. I don't know what the story is on that. You know, they haven't talked too much about that or let anything out about that. And then they had some China companies that were trying to buy the islands right off there, I guess so they could probably watch, you know, what goes in and out and stuff like that and report back to China. So they would have a lot of too much information. You know, China's getting very sneaky lately. There's a lot of things going on with China. I'm getting a little bit concerned about that lately. But I guess the United States sent some ships down here and they're zigzagging through this area. And they're supposed to just, and that's supposed to be Philippine area, but, China kind of consider it's theirs. So the United States is dilly-dallying and taking their time because you're supposed to go full speed through and be really quick about your, departure from that area. But the United States isn't having any of that, I think you should also consider having a letter reading episode. I get a lot of letters, Arlen, and a lot of them are private. I won't read anybody's letter unless I get their permission. But yeah, I could do something like that, I suppose. I did ask that guy for permission. That's why I read the letter. But I didn't put his name out there. Gary, son of Larry. In other words, you use your crypto gains to fund your lifestyle in the Philippines. I'm not... Gary, I'm really not that big on crypto. I mean, I'll invest in like Coinbase or something like that, but I'm really not that big on crypto. I'm more of a stock guy. I'm not saying crypto is bad or good. I have a little bit in crypto, but very little in Cardano. And that's about it, I didn't discover the Philippines until my late 30s in 2009. I would have been there way before then if I would have known about it. Yeah, I was here back in the 80s, so I wasn't in the military then either. I was on my own. There's Boy George. What's up, mate? Boy George here from Southern Cal. I guess you are not too far away from where I'm going to be staying in Cavite City of Imus. Yeah, Imus isn't far. I actually go to Imus to use SNR, I do some of my food shopping over there. Your health is your wealth. Yes, it is. Definitely over here, Some people, when they come over here, one of the big things, we talked about this in one of the videos too, is skin care. When you guys come over here, take care of your skin, man, especially from mosquitoes. If you get one bite from mosquito and you get cellulitis or something like that, your skin is gone. It's just gone. For the rest of your life, it's gone, And I got bit on my legs, and I got cellulitis on my legs. And I took the medicine to get rid of the cellulitis, but I still have marks. And they never go away. When I came here, my legs were like spotless, and now they get like spots all over them. And I see a lot of guys like that over here. So if you guys come over here, man, watch your skin health. Your skin health is very important over here, because you can get all kinds of skin issues. I highly recommend use some lotion with like some citronella or lemongrass oil in there or something like that, just to keep the mosquitoes away. Also because of dengue. Hey, Steve, Zane from Oregon, hoping all is well. Wow, a lot of people from Oregon and Washington today. But to get back to that skin care thing, man, you get cellulitis over here, you can lose a leg or an arm or something like that. So, let's see. Who else we got on here today? We're slow on the questions here. Let's see. Do you guys get to? Can you guys see the questions on here? Can you guys see all the words from where you are, or do you just hear me talk, reading them out? Because you should be able to see them. I put that on there, but I'm not sure if it's showing or not on your end. Can you see it? Made the first trip to PI in '67. Lots of changes since. Yet the core culture remains steady. Yeah, it's about the same. Yeah, I can see the chat in the video. It was nice and clear. Good. Okay, thanks, Fives. Have you been to Sangley Point, Cavite City? I've been down that area, yeah. I've been out to Fort Drum, too. Way out. It's like a cement battleship out there. It's kind of cool. Actually, if you go back in my videos, you can see Fort Drum. You can see all the direct hits it took. Wow, Prairie Mark, no words visible, but some people can see them. It must be a thing on your phone that you have to tap or something. Prairie Mark. Just audio. Okay, so that's weird. No questions on the screen, though. Tim Bowden. But some people can see it, so it must be a thing that you tap somewhere on the phone. You tap the icon thing. It's one of the icons or something. Chat is fully visible on YouTube. See it? Zane Underwood says. So I don't understand why some of you guys don't see it, but that's weird. I'll read them out anyway, so don't worry. Let me know if you can get it to pop up, though. I'd be interested in that, because I think some people, they just don't know how to run their phone. Use a mosquito net. Is it in a bad area? No, this is not a bad area, really. I got dengue last year, and it's no fun. No, it's not. You can actually get dengue insurance over here, too. But if you have Pacific Cross peso plan, they'll take care of it, too. As far as a lotion for your skin and mosquito repellent, I've heard that Avon Skin So Soft is supposed to work pretty good for that. I heard that too, yeah. When was the last time you visited Subic? I was there maybe 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago. I was with the PRA thing. We were heading up to Bataan. We were the PRA tour. That's the Philippine Retirement Authority. Thanks for bringing up the serious subject of senior health and returning to the U.S. if you have heavy dose of reality. Yeah, I think people need that, man. There's a lot of people over here thinking that they're just going to come over here and die, and it's going to be quick. And sometimes life doesn't happen that way. 55 years old from Boston, waiting for PH to open. What part of Boston, man? I'm from Lawrence. I used to drive in Boston, though. Have you discussed Phil opening yet? Yeah, we've discussed that. We think probably about the end of this year they'll probably open up, maybe sooner if you have the shot. Make the Monta Tejian open. I can't super chat you. Yeah, we don't do super chat, man. I treat everybody equally. I'll answer anybody's question. I'm not going to charge anybody. You got to tap the live chat button at the beginning of the video. I did tap that, Zane. I did tap it. Okay, so that should be on. I don't understand why some phones are having problems and some don't. What other countries do you like, or is it just Philippines? I like Belize. I used to have a store in Belize, and I used to own a boat in Belize too. I love Belize. Can foreigners open a bank account? Yeah, without being married to a Filipina. You can. Each bank will ask you different questions, but yeah, you can open one over here. Hey, good morning from Germany. I think with an ACR card or something like that. I don't have the ACR card because I'm an SRV visa. Just out of curiosity, how often do you visit the States, and why do you visit? I don't visit the States. I don't. Brandon, I just don't. I might visit maybe in a couple of years or something, maybe, to go visit my sister. My sister's getting older. I want to visit her, and then probably after that, I don't think I'll ever go back. That's just my thoughts. I'm not sure if I'll ever go back or not. I might go back if my girlfriend and I end up getting hitched, which we're talking about, but it would only be for a short time. Right, I was listening, then you asked whether we could see questions. So I looked below and it said live chat. So I punched it and all the questions popped up. Good. So that's the thing, Ronald. That's the problem was some of the guys aren't pressing the right buttons. Destination Philippines, North Attleboro. Okay. What kind of boat did you have? I had a 26-foot boat. It was all open. It was open, It didn't have a cabin or anything like that. It was a nice little boat, though. I think we had like a 50 horse on it or something like that. We had a big motor on it, I know that. What is the time frame you think Philippines are going to open up? Probably like within 8 or 9 months, I think. They'll open up to people with shots. Is there a small yacht marina in Belize? I think there is in Belize City. You could probably, there's places to put your boat there. I don't know about a marina or not. I didn't see any actual marina, There's not much in Belize. Maybe probably more likely in the northern part of Belize, which isn't too far from. I used to go to Key Cocker, but I'd never seen any real marinas there. Actually, you know what? I think there was somewhere south of Dangriga. Let's see. You keep your assets in the U.S. Do you trust banks there? I keep most of my assets in the U.S. Yeah. Can you compare weather in Thailand and Philippines? Supposedly it's pretty similar from what I heard from people that I haven't been to Thailand, man, so I really couldn't tell you. I've been coming to the Philippines since the 80s. See, I'm not going back either. It's not worth it. 17-hour flight. If they bring back supersonic jets, I might. Yeah. How things going there? I believe people taking the current situation too relaxed. What are your feelings about this? Yeah, a little bit. Some people are, yeah. Gary says, yes, they become westernized in the U.S. very quickly. Yeah, some do. I don't think my girlfriend will. My girlfriend's pretty down to earth and she gets it. Can you buy antiperspirant? Yeah, I actually buy stuff with silver in it, and it's good for preventing like bacteria. It's a good underarm deodorant. I think it's put out by Nivea. I wonder if Filipino people have the gene that causes body odor. I don't know. Also, shout out to Bulgaria. Is the typhoon as bad as the last one, or is it less severe? It's supposed to be pretty bad, but it's all out to sea, so we don't really know. We're not getting too much. How do you, how do you receive regular mail or packages from the U.S.? They deliver the mail to my house, or if there's a package, they'll call me because they have my number there. Is there like a P.O. box we can rent? I don't think so. I don't think you need one. They hold it for you. You know, just go to the post office and tell them your name and introduce yourself and let them know, and give them your phone number and say, hey, if anybody brings any mail for Bob Smith or whatever your name is, just they'll call you. They're pretty good. Steve, I got a copy of my DD 214, and my signature and officer's name are faint and barely visible. I imagine that would be a problem getting my retirement visa. Yeah, man, you can easily get another one. You just need to call that 1000 number. I forget what the phone number is for the VA. You can call them up and they'll tell you how to get it. It's pretty easy to do. They sent me other ones. They sent me more copies. And they send you a letter, too, along with it, saying that that's an original copy. It's a copy of the original copy, so it's real. Is there a bank in the U.S. that has a branch bank in the Philippines? That doesn't really matter. I found that out because BDO has a branch over in New York, and you can't, just because you have an account in New York, in the United States, doesn't mean you can go to the bank and take out money over here. It doesn't work like that. It's not the same, unfortunately. That'd be like money laundering, so they don't do that. Okay, so you have to use ATM cards from the United States and take it out over here. Stephen Thomas, I think Citibank does. Yeah, they do, but it's not that easy. It's not what people think. A lot of people think like the two are linked. I don't know of any bank that does that yet. Maybe there is, but I've never heard of it. Everybody that has tried that has told me it was an epic failure. So I'm assuming that you must have adapted the Filipino time and lifestyle, not to mention karaoke. No, not the karaoke. I hate karaoke, man. Let's see. Question, since you've been there forever, it seems like I've been here forever. Have you ever seen secure storage units there? I cannot find them anywhere. You know what? Fives, I haven't seen them here, but for what you pay for an apartment over here, you can get apartments over here for $60 and put, good locks on the door, and that would be the same thing as having a storage unit, I would think. For 60 or $80, my apartment here is pretty secure. You ain't getting in there, with the locks that are on the door and on the back door, and through the windows you ain't getting through either. You'd need to have a sledgehammer to get through the door. But yeah, I think you'd be okay just renting an apartment over here and doing that if that's what you needed. I rent an extra apartment over here. We have 2 guys living in there that are relatives. Quick question, have you gotten vaccinated out there in the Philippines? No, I'm waiting for the phone call, man, from the VA. Do you adapt to Philippine foods? There's different Philippine foods. My ex-wife used to cook some really good foods, and I used to like them, but my current girlfriend right now, she cooks a little bit different, but she's still a good cook. She cooks a lot of American foods for me and stuff like that. If I ask her to cook me things, she cooks good foods, but it's not Filipino foods. I'm not a big fan of most Filipino foods. The issue with banking is fees. Even if there was a U.S. bank here, you would still pay fees to convert to pesos on a withdrawal. It wouldn't save you much money. Actually, Crazy Corman, the credit union that I use, they refund all the fees, all the ATM fees, and all the transfer fees back into my account at the end of the month. So I get all that back at the end of the month, whatever I take out. So it works out pretty good, So, city is closing retail branches in 13 countries. Yeah, Philippines is one of them. That's what I heard. I thought I heard that the other day. I think you're right. Let's see. But the fees over here, yeah. And also, guys, if you guys are transferring money over here, I don't know how many of you guys were on here the other day. We were talking a little bit about Western Union. I think it was on the last live. Well, I know on one of the live feeds, I think we were talking about Western Union, or I was talking with somebody about it. And they were asking me about Western Union. Put the app on your phone. It's a lot cheaper than using Western Union in a drugstore or something like that, or a store. And you'll find out it's a lot cheaper. It's still a little expensive, but I never have problems with Western Union at all. And you just stick to like 1,000 or less. If you have to send more, just send some more the next day or a couple days later and send it little by little. Is there any existing NFCU nearby? Navy Federal Credit Union. You know something, Boy George? I heard there's a number you can call over here, but I'm not sure if they have a Navy Federal Credit Union over here. I know a friend of mine had Navy Federal Credit Union over here. Okay, he used the card and stuff like that, but I'm not sure if they actually have one here itself. Maybe they do, but I heard, I vaguely remember him saying, and this was over a year and a half or 2 years ago, he said something about there's a number that he could call in the Philippines or something like that, or there was one here. But don't quote me on that. I'm not really that sure about that. I'm sure you could probably look it up online. If you do NFCU Philippines, you might have something pop up on there. I'm sure you will, and it'll explain. Can you purchase real estate there if you were to get married? Yes, but it'll be underneath your wife's name. Don't forget, you can't get a divorce here, so you have to be really careful of that, Johnny. You know, I mean, property over here is cheap, so even if you lost it, it's not that bad. You know, you have to get an annulment. Okay, it costs like $4,000 to get an annulment, and then you're gonna probably lose about half your stuff, if you don't lose everything. I send using Western Union bank to bank is no fee. You're correct. Yep, they do charge a small. They take out a small fee when you transfer from dollars to pesos, though. That's where they bite you. You know. Do you have your own children in the U.S.? Yes, I do, Moshira. I have one. Actually, we talked about that the other day. Let's see. Navy Fed is in Korea, Japan, Hong Kong, and Singapore. There you go. That's good to know. Okay. So is there a phone number, Crazy Corman, or something that you can call from the Philippines? I believe there is. There's some sort of connection with the Philippines, too. Do you think about and do you have an exit strategy in case the situation gets worse with the China issue or virus? Yes, I think about it once in a while. I mean, I know we have to do two things. We have to do the exit clearance. We have to get after a year with the SRV visa. A lot of people don't realize you do have to get that after a year. And also you have to send them some sort of email or to something on their website or something you have to do too. I haven't done it yet, so I don't know. But you have to do that. I guess that's really quick. I think you get that immediately. But you can also do that at the airport according to a letter that I read. They'll do it for you at the airport. So, yeah, you can Google the international number. Okay. So there is a international number for the Navy Federal Credit Union. That's good to know. But to get back to that China thing, yeah, we definitely got some concerns about that with the ships off there. But the United States is like I said, they're zigzagging through here right now. You know, they're taking their time. I just watched a couple videos on that just a little while ago. You know, it's hot over here today, guys. We got everybody's like dying of sweat over here because it's really muggy from that typhoon off the coast. It's probably the hottest it's been over here in a while. Let's see. You can purchase real estate. And a lot of you guys are talking about purchasing real estate here. I always recommend renting because renting's so cheap over here, man. Like it's just cheap. I mean, like I said, I pay $80 for mine. I pay $60 for the other apartment. Okay, it's cheap. You know, you're not going to get a better deal than that. And I put in my own air conditioning. And if I ever moved, I'd have already gotten the money out of my air conditioner and probably just leave it behind. You know, I might take it. It's still in good shape, but I'd probably leave it here. But I plan on staying here for a long time anyway. I don't have any intention on moving. Cooler here in Caloocan today, but yeah, it's pretty humid. Yeah, it is. Would love a breeze. I think we all would. The funny thing is, Corman, is that it was supposed to be 30 to 40 mile an hour winds here according to the weather report last night. I guess that must have changed because I can look far away and I can see a little bit of a breeze, but we're not getting any of it here. I don't know if the buildings are blocking it or whatever. Usually we get a nice cool breeze coming up through here. Boy, George, I don't know how true it is. I was just talking to a realtor looking to purchase a condominium in the vicinity of Bulacan. She say it was okay to purchase. Yeah, that's true. That's a condominium is different because you're not owning the land. You can own the house, you can own the condo, but you can't own the land. Remember, a condo, you don't own the land. So yeah, so you can buy all the condos you want over here, you know, but you can't own the land. You can lease the land. You can do 25-year leases and build a house on it, and then get another lease afterwards. About this China issue, do you not hear much about in the world press? This is additional worry. Strange. Yeah, I mean, I read about it every day because I look for it. I go on. I mean, YouTube sends me a lot of stuff too, and I follow that pretty hard. I know it's picking up. Elon Musk even made a comment about some of the stuff going on not too long ago about World War III. He thinks World War III is going to happen. Unfortunately, and he's a pretty smart dude. I like Elon Musk a lot. Elon Musk he's just a smart man. He knows what he's talking about. You own a car or scooter? No, no car, no scooter. No issues. I walk right out up the top of the thing here, and I walk right out into the street, and I can jump in a jeepney, and I can go to Das Marinas really quick. And that's what we did yesterday. Yeah, you can. You can own a condo, or you can get a leasehold. Yes. Just get out of Metro Manila. Prices are higher here, and yeah. In Manila, they're pretty expensive, man. You can actually rent at Trump Tower for $1,000 a month, man, for a studio up there. About 1,000, maybe a little bit more. But that's unbelievable. Putting another log in the fireplace. I'll take the heat here in Connecticut. Going back upstairs. Stay safe. Okay, man. Take care, Mel. Because Filipinos are not blacks or Hispanic, that's why you don't hear it. MSNBC. What is the China issue? Well, they took over some islands. And the islands belong to the Philippines and several other countries, but they don't belong to China. China has no rights in it. And it was actually ruled for the Philippines, I believe. I don't know totally this. They've taken over some of the Vietnam islands too, and a bunch of other islands. I think it's like a total of maybe as many as 5. I'm not sure how many. I know that they keep trying to take over more, and they were trying to take over another one, this Whitsun Reef or something they call it. I believe they were waiting to see what the U.S. was going to do. Something new here at Houselands and Angeles. They're starting to sell houses here, and you don't own the land. Okay, so it's probably like leased property or something like that. That's kind of interesting. Now, that sounds like a perfect place to do it up in Angeles because you guys have so many, expats up there. So it'd be perfect. That'd be perfect to do for, and you still own the land. It's kind of cool, actually. In Bulacan, 2 bedrooms selling for $3.2 million, much cheaper here. Okay, 3.2 million. That's actually, what, 60? About 60,000? That's kind of expensive, though, I think. It's at Mansfield. Okay. Yeah, we had a house built right over here, not too far from here, and I think they spent about 60,000 US for it, with the land and everything. And it's a nice home. When I say nice, I mean real nice. It's like beautiful. In addition, there are many young Chinese retired in the Philippines, approximately 20. Yeah, no kidding. 28,000, they said, according to the thing the document that I read. 28,000 now. I always say 27,000 too. Yeah. K Fox, did you see that video that I just put up about the SRV in China? 3 bedroom, 1 bath, 3.2. That's not bad. Florida to the Philippines. That's called a leasehold. 25-year lease with option to renew once. Yeah. Yep. I think you're correct. Yeah, you have the option to renew once. I think that gives you the right to renew it too, no matter what. They can't take that right away from you. The Chinese occupied it since 1995 after our dumb senators vote to evict Americans. Here. Yeah. I mean, then they asked for help and stuff like that, and then the United States said no because it was Iraq, and that was the biggest misunderstanding. Boy, George, I don't know if you know the current price of a condominium in the States, $200,000 for a 2-bedroom. Yeah, no, I know. That depends on where you are. South Carolina, it's a lot cheaper, I actually owned a condo down there, but a 1-bedroom for $12,500, probably about maybe 11 years ago, somewhere around there, Let's see. We're up to 68 people, so we're doing pretty good. So we are getting people from Europe too, which I'm happy about. We're also getting people from the East and West Coast. You guys are all up late, man. Let's see. It's like 4:30 in the morning, I think. Yes, I saw a bit of the video, but not all, because I have permanent resident visa. Well, if you have permanent resident visa, you're the SRV, right? Because that's permanent. I saw a bit of the video, but not. Do you have something different than an SRV, K Fox? Because I got the SRV. I woke up early, 2:40 a.m. Yeah, I got insomnia myself, man, Mark. Smoky Mountain Model, I'm up early. It seems like everybody's up early. We're getting the same people that we always have. You guys are all like insomniacs like me. Yes, but I'm talking about here in California. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Yeah, it's expensive there, man. I think here in Tracy we have condos going up, and I looked over there. I don't remember what the costs are. I have to go back and find out. And I'm gonna try to do a video on that. But the people are kind of like, they don't even want to talk to you. They're kind of rude. As soon as you talk about YouTube or something like that, they don't even want to talk to you. I told them I'd do a video about it, you know, about the condos, because they're beautiful condos too, you know. Permanent resident is through marriage, easier than SRIV. I don't think that's is that permanent though? I don't think the 13, whatever it's called there, the 13A or whatever they call it, is permanent. I think you have to leave after a year, if I remember correctly. Isn't that true, Crazy Corman? I could be wrong. I'm not up on marriage visas, guys. It's one thing I'm not up on. The SRV visas I know pretty well. The SRV though, if you go through a divorce, you don't have to leave every so often. So it's permanent, you know. All they have to do is pay $30 every, well, it used to be every 3 years. Now it's every year. They changed it. It's 13A. Yeah, 13A. Okay, so Prairie Mark says 13A. It is permanent resident visa. Okay, so you don't have to leave Prairie Mark? Is that correct? Because I've heard different stories about that. Every time I hear something, it's different. It's permanent. You have a 1-year probationary. Okay, that's what it is. That's why I heard about the 1-year thing. I thought you had to leave after 1 year or something like that. First year is probationary. That's kind of weird. That's strange, man, the probation period for if you marry somebody. What are they going to do, kick you out when you're married to somebody? I hate to sound corny, but what the old Blue Eyes song, If I Can Make It, and I Can Make It Anywhere, LOL. Thanks. Nope, but renew after the first year probation. Okay, so you just walk in and renew it. You don't have to leave. You don't have to go somewhere. Ever. You can stay in permanently, Mark. Just like the SRV visas, you can stay here permanently. K Fox, I have already since 2004, not even to show up the immigration once a year. Yeah, you can just call them up or do it online, I think, or you can call your agent and they'll do it for you too. And the agents don't charge that much. I think some of them, they just do it online too for you, which I don't mind. Any concerns with crime like being targeted as a foreign? No, never. Not in my area. Especially with the high unemployment currently. No, I feel totally safe in this town. Yes, I think so, like a green card. That's cool, Prairie Mark. But if you ever go through a divorce, then you have to leave. That's why the SRV is good, and keeping the SRV. I have dual citizenship, but my husband was born and raised in New York. The Philippine consulate advised that he applied for 13A visa. Are you familiar with it? Yeah, I'm familiar with it, Joe. I just don't know that much about it. I'm more SRV person. If you don't mind my asking, how much does it cost to pay for a visa on a yearly basis? Well, for me, under mine, because it's a courtesy visa for veterans, I paid $10 a year. Okay, that's why I paid $30 every 3 years. But some people have been telling me they're paying like $360 or something like that. But that's for the ones that are like $10,000 or $20,000 or something you have to put down on the SRVs. You can actually go to the Philippine Retirement Authority page and you can find out all that information because it varies from person to person. Okay, and which one you're going to fall under. Let's see. We are moving over Philippines next week. Are you, Mark? That's good news, man. So you're all approved and everything, huh? That's good. I'm glad to hear that, man. I know you've been waiting for that for a while. 13A is permanent, no exit required, but if you do need ECC after probation, your ACR card is for 5 years, but it's not your visa. Wife can revoke on a whim or if you separate. Must cohabitate. Yeah, that's the problem. That's why I tell people do the SRV, man. If you can. If you're military, it's only like $3,000 altogether, $2,900 or something like that, between the deposit and the fee, the application fee. And always use the free agents, because the free agents are paid by the PRA and they'll do the work for you. Why not use them? You'd be crazy not to. And if you ever need help with that, guys, with a SRV visa, contact me, because I have the perfect person, and she takes the money from the PRA. She doesn't charge you any extra. No expiring date. That's pretty good. That's yeah, the same with that's with the SRV. Mine says the same thing. You served in Philippines, $10 a year. No, I didn't serve in the Philippines. I served in the U.S. military. You know, it's $10 a year. That's $360 for the other people. I'm turning 40 soon. Is there a minimum age for SRV? I think it's going to be 50 pretty soon. Right now, they're not even open right now. The PRA isn't taking any more applications until they fix this China thing. That was the other video I did. That's what's going on. I think they're going to really look at the Chinese that are in here right now. How and where do they base that rate? Need to bring the DD214 as proof. Yeah, and you need to start some of the stuff. You have to have something called apostles, and things like that. It gets a little bit difficult and kind of hard to do. But if you ever need help with it, let me know. I can give you some answers. Let's see. I have a SRV visa, $20,000 in the bank and $1,400 application fee and $10 yearly, but that was 8 years ago. Yeah, some things are changing. I'm not sure. Some people are telling me they're paying $360. I haven't really looked into that yet. I just know for the military people, it's 10 a year. My 13A was easy. I just mailed it and the stuff to the consulate. About 6 documents and a fee, about $150. No interview, no phone interview. They just sent me the 13A. I'm like, that's good. That's good to know. You got lucky. Let's see. Hey, Steve, always want to know what kind of style hat that is that you always wear. Looks interesting. Digging it. Yeah, man, I saw these on Lazada and I ordered them. I have probably like about 5 of them. Even my girlfriend and the kids wear them. They like them. And my neighbors wear them too now because everybody likes them. I like it. It's kind of like a camo hat, but I don't know. One of my teachers used to wear them in school, and it just reminded me of my teacher. It reminded me of Boston, so I started wearing them over here because I like them. But I like the camo thing. It's just kind of cool over here. Let's see. Do you think foreigners are driving up prices in the Philippines much? No. I don't see a lot of foreigners around my area too much. Not too much. Very, very seldom now. I'm just hoping not much changes by the time we're retired in 20 years. Do you think foreigners are driving up? No. Foreigners aren't driving up prices here. Maybe up in Subic in that area, yeah. Angeles probably too, yeah, and a few other areas. And I heard Cebu and Dumaguete a little bit too. I was told to get a resident visa. Do you have info or? Yeah, Florida and the Philippines. If you're looking to do the SRV visa and you need help with that, you can contact me at my email, steven5975@yahoo.com. But wait till this thing is over because there's nothing you can do right now. Okay, so you can't do any SRV visas through the Philippine Retirement Authority. Florida to the Philippines on the BI website. There is a list of accredited agents who can help you. Yeah, you can use them or you can use the one that I use, Mary Rose Baranda. Mary Rose Baranda, she's also on Facebook, I believe. You can talk to her on there. But I have her email, and she prefers the email. But wait till this is over because most of these people aren't going to answer you because they can't do anything with you and they don't know what the changes are going to be. And there's going to be changes, so don't even bother doing anything, getting anything ready until this is over because nobody knows. I'm telling you, you're just wasting your time until this is over. For my 13A, I went 2 times from Cebu to Manila for digital fingerprints, etc. My company paid everything. I don't even know what the cost. Okay, let's see. Are there many good cheeses in the Philippines? No. They don't have a lot of cheeses over here, man. That's a problem. You know, I wish they did. They don't even have like a deli like we have. The only place that I've seen anything close to like deli meat is up at I think it's called Century Mall. There's a store there. I think it's across from Trump Towers in Manila. Thanks for your service in the live stream. I have a 5 a.m. meeting starting now. Thanks, Johnny. Make sure you tune in next time. We'll be doing some more soon. I'm just going to do random ones from here on for a while. But I'm still going to do some 9 a.m. ones too. But I'll let people know about the 9 a.m. ones. Did you see you can get that affidavit of eligibility for marriage locally now instead of going to the embassy? Not sure who you get it from though. I haven't seen that. No, you're talking about a Cinomar? You're talking about the Cinomar thing or whatever they call it? Do cheese yourself, K Fox says. I actually went and got some pizza yesterday, and it had some good cheese on it. I got a Philly cheesesteak pizza, and it was delicious. And I got it from Kenny Rogers and Das Marinas. They actually sell pizza there now. Okay, guys, so if you guys are looking for halfway decent. It's not great pizza, I'll say, but it's good pizza. And it's buy one, get one 50% off. And you get a full bottle of Coke too, I might add. So if you like cheese, the cheese on it was pretty good. It's a little bit salty, but Shakey's has really salty pizza, and it's horrible. I gave up Shakey's totally. Yeah, Cinema for Americans thing. The embassy put out a message on it. Okay. So you're talking about for Filipinas though, right, Corman? You're talking about the thing for Filipinas to see if they're married? That's what you're talking about, not for Americans, because as Americans, I think we still have to go to the embassy to prove, that we have the ability to get married. Sounds good on my wax. Let's see. Would you know if it's worth it shipping a car to the Philippines? Everybody says no. I hear no. And you can't ship it if it's over 5 years old, somebody else said. But I don't know anything about that, but that's what I heard. Or better to buy it there. I say buy it here, man. Buy new. Heard taxes is outrageous. Yeah, that's what I heard too. So that's why I say I wouldn't ship it. No, for us Americans. Okay, I'll have to look into that, Crazy Coleman. I'm going to have to find out about that because I'm going to be going through that myself pretty soon. No longer need the embassy letter. Get it locally through a lawyer. Okay, that's cool. Interesting. Okay. So we got 68 people in here. We're doing pretty good for the time that we're in because most of the people in America are asleep and there's still people from America on here. But we don't have too many Europeans on here. I was actually expecting some more. So I might do another one maybe either tonight or tomorrow night early in the morning here. Because I don't sleep anyway, so I'm lucky if I get 2 hours sleep. So most of the time I stay up on the internet or whatever. I don't sleep at all. I'll lay in bed, but I just don't sleep. You no longer need the ambulance. Let's see, it goes for. So Mr. B61, so if I wanted to get one for me, I just go through a local lawyer here, and I just bring in my documents, and they give me the CNOMAR for me, and my girlfriend, they can get one for my girlfriend too now? Is that what you're saying? Cars good to buy new in the Philippines. Toyota's produced in Thailand. Yeah, Toyota's a good car though. I found that cheeses and ice creams in the Philippines are a lot different than what they are in the USA, except soft serve ice cream at McDonald's and Jollibee's tastes good to me. You know, McDonald's Prairie Mark has a really good chocolate and vanilla shake over here. It tastes like the ones from the 80s, the 70s and 80s. And then McDonald's switched to this thing that they add like some weird flavoring, and it doesn't taste like the old shakes, like the shakes of old at McDonald's. You know, and they have really good shakes here now. And Baskin-Robbins does have good ice cream here. Where's a Red Lobster around? Red Lobster is up at the Mall of Asia. That's where I go. It seems everybody goes live at the same time these days. Why, is somebody else on too? I just pick a time and just go. I don't go by what anybody else says. You know, I mean, if I'm competing with somebody else, I'm competing with somebody else. It's just the way it is in the world. There's too many people out there that I don't follow anyway. I hardly ever watch these other channels. The Philippine Info channel, there's a good video for you. Do one about the VA and the foreign medical program. Yeah, I've actually thought about that. I've done one. I've talked about the VA a little bit, but the foreign medical program I haven't. It's actually pretty easy because what happened, let me tell you, Crazy Coleman, what happens here is as soon as you walk into the VA here, they sign you up for the foreign medical plan anyway. So it's really kind of like a mute thing. I mean, that's why I haven't really done one. It's pretty self-explanatory. You just send your stuff in and you get paid. I mean, I sent some stuff in, they wouldn't pay me because they needed more information on the documents. The problem is the hospitals don't list all that stuff on there. You tell them to list it, but some of them won't do it. So I sent them in anyway. They didn't pay me, but I didn't care because, you know, it was so small. So it was a minute amount. Did you ship your 7,000 of goods when you got that? No, I did not. No, Bill. I didn't even bother. I took over two pieces of luggage and a carry-on, and that was it. You know, I downsized. I'm like a real minimalist. Let's see. Prairie Mark, plus. So much good seafood in the Philippines, in the province. Can you get yourself fresh out of the ocean? Yeah, sure you can. Yeah. If you go down to Batangas, man, when you walk along the beach, people are trying to sell you lobsters and stuff down there, and shrimp, and fish, all alive too. Okay, Mr. B61, this is his answer to the question I asked him. He says, Sinamar is still from the PSA Foreigner has to swear under oath that they are eligible to marry. Contact PSA about the requirements. Okay, I'll check into that, man. I got to find out about that more. So that's good to know, man. I'm gonna look into that more. I might actually do something on that maybe sometime in the future as I look into it more. What are your thoughts on Andy Omar and how he demolishes Rike and Geo? Well, Rike is gone. He's gone. His mom's sick. His mom's sick, and yeah, I mean that's a choice he makes, man. You know, that's up to him. You know, I don't get involved in that stuff too much. I mean, I understand where he's coming from, but you know, I don't agree with what he does sometimes. But you know, Andy's Andy. I don't step into that fray. I try not to. You know, he does what he does, and that's Andy. You know, I have family in Palawan. They have great seafood. Yeah, Palawan's really known for that. You know, I don't like the fish here though. The fish has like a tangy flavor to it. I tried some of the fish at McDonald's here because they have fish and chips at McDonald's here. Yeah, they actually have fish and chips at McDonald's, and it's kind of tangy, but it's actually kind of tasty. But they don't have like cod or anything like that here. It's hard to get. You can get cod here, but it's really hard to get. You can get it at Red Lobster, okay, and I think you can get it from S&R too. They have it there sometimes. They have good steaks at S&R too, by the way. Mr. Bruce, Bob Bruce says, Mr. B61, agree the risk of marriage is too high. The unigrads want the visa for life. The rest want support of extended family. Well, the good thing about getting married here, and if you're going to stay here with your girlfriend, is that, I got to look into this more, but somebody told me that once you get married, you go up and tell the embassy that you got married, you tell the Social Security office, you register your wife or whatever. And I've got to look into this more, so don't quote me on this one. But somebody told me you register your wife and she can collect half of your Social Security when you pass away. So that's like a little benefit if you want to, you know, it's good to take care of your spouse if you're going to get married over here. Please don't start bashing other channels. No, I agree. It's lame unless it's your niche. It's Andy's niche. You can't get far in that niche unless you're funny though. Yeah, I would stay away from that pretty much. Once in a while we'll mention a couple of things, but I don't make that a habit on here, man. Once in a while I'll speak about another channel, but most of the channels I stay away from that. People have tried to get me to fight with like other people, like, and I just stay away from that. I have no beef with anybody, man. I'm like Sweden, you know. Must be my Swedish blood. Those Chinese boats just poached a lot of marine life in Palawan. Yeah, they did, man. They're poaching like, what, 250,000 kilos a day or something like that, they said? I forget how, it's a lot of fish. Regarding seafood, was not a question, it was a statement. In our province, we collected a lot. Okay. Peacemaker, will Social Security payments stop if you refuse Medicare coverage as an expat? No. Nope. I would recommend you don't refuse Medicare coverage, because if you ever go back, man, you have an emergency, you still have that. You know, just a word to the wise. No, they can't. I don't think so. Not that I've ever heard. I've never heard any of that. I know if you go back, you have to pay more. I'm not sure if I'm getting Medicaid and Medicare mixed up, because I'm not that knowledgeable about that. But I've heard people say that they've said that they're not going to pay for that. Yeah, I know you have to get one, but not the other, or something like that. But I would still recommend getting both of them and just get the cheapest one you can possibly get, and then switch over later if you have to go back to the States. Duterte said that he would only send the military if the Chinese drill oil and mine other resources. Yeah, I think whoever was the next president, though, is going to have a lot to handle with that, you know, because I think the Philippines wants that back, and I think the United States might be willing to step in for that at some point. I'm not sure, though. There's a lot of funky things going on right now. Yeah, if you stop Medicare, you have to pay all that crap back before you can use it. Yeah, you do. It's not a good choice, man. You're better off keeping it, and if it costs you a little bit, then so be it. Wife gets benefit if she's over 60, spent 5 years in the U.S. on a green card. Bio kids get up to 50% of your over 60 adopted kids' money if out of the U.S. Okay, that's interesting to know. Somebody told me you can register. I'm gonna go up and check on that anyway, and I'll get back to you guys. Okay, there, Mr. B61. I'll let you know on that, because I do want to check on that, because I heard something different on that, so I'm not totally sure. I know every time I hear from somebody, I get a different thing. That's why I want to really check that out and go up there and see for myself. As soon as the embassy opens up normally, I want to go in there. Medicare is through your SSA Medicaid and through the state you're in. Okay. In case some Germans are watching, Philippines and Germany has an official social agreement since 2019. Big advantage once you want to retire in the PH. But yeah, to get back on that thing here, let's see. Wife gets benefit if she is over 60 and spends 5 years in the U.S. on a green card. Yeah, I'm not sure. I hear different stories, conflicting stories about that. I do hear about kids, though. You know, if you have kids and stuff like that, and you're on Social Security, you get a lot more money or something like that. Some people over here have kids just because of that reason alone. They have 2 or 3 kids or something like that because supposedly they get extra money, you know. But I haven't verified that either. But somebody told me that they get a lot of money because of their kids. You don't have to register your marriage at all. It's none of their business. No, I'm talking about somebody told me that you go up there and register, and if you register, then your wife can get half. Because if you get married in the Philippines, they don't know that you're married. So, but I haven't, like I said, I haven't verified that, so I don't know. Peacemaker, I believe Medicare has supplemental plans that you're talking about. Part A, hospital, and Part B, basic medical, or an Advantage plan you can join any year. Yeah, some of those are free too, man. So that it makes it worthwhile. Do you have Phil-Am kids? My girlfriend has a daughter, and I consider her my own. We have a little boy that we adopted too, and he's about 10 years old. And he's he comes from a problem family, so we took him in. You guys saying marriage is a bad deal here. It depends who you marry. These cats marrying women younger than their kids. Yeah, probably a real poor choice. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't think those younger marriages work out too well, Crazy Corman. That's just my thoughts, though. You know, but some people do it and they work out great. You know, my girlfriend's 43 and I'm 58. Search for SS, your benefits abroad. There's a publication. Yeah, I'll have to check that out, man. I'll have to check that out, you know. Have to leave. Wish you all a nice and blessed day. Thank you for your great channel, Steve. Thanks, K Fox. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, Mr. B61, I'm going to have to look into that more. I got to do some more research on that because I get a lot of people asking me those questions, and that's one reason why I want to go up there. I'll have to check out that publication, too. How hard or easy to adopt a child there in the PH? It's not that hard. It's not that hard. You know, if they supposedly if somebody writes a paper for you to take their child, that's all that's needed over here. That's what I heard. And you just go to an attorney and you just finish doing the rest. You know, but with this isn't like an official adoption. It's a relative of my girlfriend, and they handed the kid over and never came back. So that's the problem. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're going to end here anyway. We're about up to 60 minutes. I just want to try this out, guys. So I want to thank all you guys for showing up on here today. We're going to be doing like some more of these random times and stuff like that. So you guys can come on here and you can ask questions and stuff like that. Let's see. Peacemaker says, spouse eligible for your SS after 10 years of marriage. Okay, that's good to know. The contact at FBS at the embassy is Tony Nunez. Nice lady and efficient. Okay, that's good to know, man. There are Social Security and the Internet and the U.S. government official pages about Social Security. Yeah, pretty much. I think I'm going to end up going up to the embassy anyway. But, guys, thank you for watching today, and we're going to be back. So just keep an eye out. I'm going to try to advertise the 9 a.m. ones, and we'll do some more of those 9 a.m. ones coming up soon, okay? Probably not tomorrow, though, but over the next couple days, I probably have some surprise random ones. Let's see, your benefits abroad spells everything out. Okay, yeah, I'll check that out, man. And yeah, we'll be doing some of these soon. Let's see, thank you, Steve. Have a great day. Thanks, guys. Guys, take care. And be sure to watch out for my random ones. I might do a couple more random ones over the next few days. Thanks, Arlen. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you watching. It's good to have some Filipinos on here, too. You know, but take care, guys.